In 1949, a secret meeting took place at a London restaurant between two remarkable people, a man and a woman. But all was not what it seemed. The bearded man, Michael Dillon, had actually been born female. After a series of complex operations, he'd secretly become the world's first woman to become a man. As for his blonde companion, she was a former Spitfire pilot and a war hero. Born Bob Cowell, she was to become Britain's first man to become a woman. And when the story got out, it became a sensation.
Roberta Cowell's story electrified the place. It was so darned exciting.
This is the story of Britain's first transsexuals. Two trailblazers who dared to challenge taboo, defy the law, and even risk their own lives to become the people they knew they really were.
It wasn't something that you talked about, and it certainly wasn't something that surgeons did.
But there's more. Now, for the first time, unseen documents reveal the extraordinary secret behind their story. It's not only one of courage and sacrifice, it would become a story of unrequited love.
Michael was absolutely, overwhelmingly, passionately in love. I love you. I want you tonight and every night.
For these two pioneers, changing sex was the only way to be true to themselves. But for one of them, it was a journey that would end in tragedy.
Roberta Cowell prepares to tackle the most famous hill climb in Britain, Shelsley Walk. Roberta's a past record holder too, but in those days she was a man. Her change of sex was registered 6 years ago. As Bob Cowell, she was a crack racing driver. As Roberta, she plans to be so again.
In 1958, at the historic annual motor race at Shelsley Walsh in Worcestershire, there was one most unusual entrant. 6 years earlier, Roberta Cowell had become the first man in Britain to have a sex change. Now Cowell was back, this time as a woman.
Shelsley Walsh is one of the toughest tests of driving skill, and if you want to stage a comeback, this is certainly doing it the hard way. But Roberta's determined to get back into top-line driving, which she calls the only way of life I know.